trying to freaking finish this up. This is getting stupid, though. Look at this. Instant. Yay. Getting shot by hundreds of rockets. There's nothing I can do. Come on, I dodged that rocket. The pillars are the only thing that's protecting me right now, guys. It won't die.
We're almost there. Hang in there.
How do you know? Where am I shooting this thing? I don't get it.
Look out! One hit from that thing and it's all over!
Yeah, but this means we got the bastard backed against the wall. Come on, people! We almost got it!
You know, there's no need to drag this out. I admit I'll be sorry to lose, but you brought it on yourself. You should never have fallen for that smackhead. And now you're a traitor, Sergeant.
This is it, damn it! You have to hang in there!
Let's expose this, Jimmy.
This thing just doesn't want to die. I'm just hiding behind this thing because he can't hit me.
And now you're a traitor, Sergeant. Humanity's enemy. So give it up and die. Listen to your punch, soldier. Hey, I'm going to wipe out the human race. Before you know it, we'll be overrun by robots. And we can't even tell them apart. I'm the good guy here, Sergeant. I'm the one fighting for justice.
Alright, come on.
I'm okay. I can handle this.
Thing just doesn't want to die. Look how many freaking bullets this thing's taking. Thank you. You dead yet?
I'm impressed you've made it this far. But you're still expendable, Sergeant.
Well, we're all screwed.
So close yet so far, Sergeant. Shouldn't have let your guard down. Nice work making it this far, Sergeant. You can die proud, knowing you did your best. Oh, don't worry. You won't be alone for long. I'll send your comrades to join you soon enough.
Hurry up, grab the gun. It's gonna be a quick time event.
So the survivor finally meets his end.
Yeah! Huh. And the burst shot does it. Nice. Boom. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he blows up, but then he falls out of the robot. Yeah, I wish that's how it worked with every explosion.
Maybe so, Major. Just means I'll see you in hell.
Oh, he's gonna shoot the robot, right? Can we just kill this guy already?
What have you got to laugh about?
You idiot. All you've done is delay events. That nuke is still on its way. Strike in 20 seconds.
Huh.
He's wrong. There's no missile.
You would have bet your life on that, Scraphead? Not that you have much choice. Impact in 7 seconds.
How does she know there's no missile?
4, 3, 2.
Huh. She was right. How'd she know, though?
1.
It won't fire.
Strike! Damn it!
1.5.
Strike!
2.5.
I told you there was no missile.
I don't understand.
When Amada hacked the Milcom network, he evolved AI at Missile Command to ASC mode, Autonomous Sensory Capacity.
Oh, for God's sake, Faye, just speak English.
Huh.
It means NC vessels now have the authority to assess the validity of orders they receive.
Seriously?
Seriously. And they calculated it wasn't valid because of human error.
Error.
Scrapheads. Relax, Sergeant. I'm not gonna shoot your precious robot girlfriend. But I'm not gonna let one of them take me down either.
What a moron. The whole game I've been taking commands from the guy I kill. And now Bo dies. Great. This is a weird game. You fight I don't know, like, I'm fighting like 300 different people. I don't understand why. Everyone keeps betraying me. It makes no sense.
I can't believe you did that.
Pretty dumb. At least I won't have a price on my head.
No, you-
Well, at least he cared for what this guy cared for. So at least he's a good friend to him.
Remember?
Bo, you will live.
Pass me a cigarette.
Yeah, that's really what you should be having when you're about to die. But some people want their last smoke. Can't blame them. I don't smoke, though, or do any of that shit. Ugh. Want to know how to fucking destroy your lungs? There you go. But I'm sure he doesn't care. He's about to die.
I always told you those things would kill you.
See? He knows. Kids, don't do drugs or smoke. From your friends at Binary Domain.
She sure is pretty.
I won't be at the barbecue, man, making my ribs. I'm going off to that big chair in the sky. With E40,
Holler if you're dead.
the notorious B.I.G. Oh, I guess he's dead.
Dad,
It's time to have sex. Come on, last stage of the game. That's the true boss
I
battle.
have to go.
I know.
Okay.
Even if I don't kill you, someone else will. You'll have West Cruise on your ass for the rest of your life.
Huh.
Probably.
Those titties are well worth it.
I'll tell them you went missing in action. You've got 2 hours till I found Monica.
Thank you, Charlie.
And I'll go with her. And I'll go to the petting zoo.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
No, Dad.
I wanted to have
I have to do
babies.
this alone. Besides, you Americans make too much noise.
Oh my
Faye, don't
god.
be stupid. You can't fly solo out there.
Goodbye, Dad. Take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, look at that ass before you leave. One last glimpse. One last
The
glimpse.
Ministry of Homeland Affairs is in the process of dismantling Armada, as agreed by the Security Council. IRTA will oversee the destruction of all research and facilities related to the manufacture of hollow children.
And for the AI too?
Yes, sir. It's all going up in smoke.
Sorry, Mr. Bergen. It had to be done.
I understand. Such a shame, though.
What about these hybrids?
Geneva's pursuing 107 of them. Tracking their locations will take time, but Russ crews will be dispatched with termination orders as soon as
Huh, it's
possible.
107. That means one of them,
Really considering
probably Faye, is
robots.
MIA.
Completely biological.
But not born of humans, Mr. Bergen. The IRTA was very clear on this. Besides, the last thing this world needs is more racial tension.
What about the 108th hybrid?
Faye Lee has gone underground and remains large, but she can't stay hidden forever.
We'll find her. In Binary Domain 2.
Matter. What harm can one woman do?
Mr. Bergen, what happens if another Amida comes along? Only this time, instead of staying underground, the Hollow Children decide we're a threat. If that happens, who do you think they'll look to for a leader? I get a feeling this is not the end.
Huh. That's how the game ends? I have a feeling this isn't the end. AKA, there's gonna be more games in the series. Obviously. They're not gonna end it there. Duh, they're gonna freaking make more games. Just like just like Shitstorm, or whatever the fuck the name of that game was. Bulletstorm. Remember how that game ended? Freaking Yishi or Yoshi or I don't know what that guy's name was in that game. That game came out like a year ago, but yeah, remember that? What happened? That guy lived. The stupid general who betrayed you lived, and then Yishi lived, or whatever his name is. So, alright, so this is the end of my playthrough for Binary Domain, just in time for my purchase of Operation Raccoon City for tomorrow. I'll be starting it Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Oh, now I'm looking at my wall, and I remember that my Halo action figure fell off the wall, of course. Okay, so what did I think of Binary Domain? First of all, there's a multiplayer mode to this game. I don't think I'll be playing it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't. But for now, I want to give the game a score based on what I played. I'm sure the multiplayer, from what people have told me, the multiplayer, you really can't... People have had trouble finding matches, and people have also said that it's really not worthwhile. Probably a reason why not many people are playing it, so... So Binary Domain was a fun game. I mean, it was very similar to a game like Gears of War, where you're taking cover, third-person shooter. This game was a little different, though. You had voice commands. I mean, you could use a mic with probably a Kinect or something, but, you know, let's be honest. I mean, think of all the time that would have wasted if I actually tried to whip out a mic and try to speak every single time they had that option. I mean, it was very, very easy for me to just press the left whatever it was, and just say yes or no or reply to any command that I was receiving from my comrades. So, I mean, it was stupid to, have to, yell at your freaking TV if you wanted to just say commands. I mean, I know they're trying to be, bring new innovation to the industry and stuff with the Kinect and trying to implement it. Like, same thing with Mass Effect 3. You could use the Kinect for Mass Effect, but most people didn't because it's a complete train wreck and it's a worthless waste of time. I don't have a Kinect or a PlayStation Move. I don't have any of the free-roaming, moving around shit because I honestly think it's a waste of time and a waste of money, so that's why I don't have that, and thus why I didn't use it in games like Binary Domain and Mass Effect 3. So, Binary Domain was fun. I mean, yeah, they threw in different, people you had to fight, variations of robots. You had, like, armored dogs, armored gorillas, freaking flying mechs like the final boss. You got a whole bunch of crazy robots, spider robots. You're fighting a whole bunch of crazy things, and you always have to do something crazy to kill them. Maybe you'll get a rocket launcher and you'll shoot at their weak point. Maybe you'll shoot their arms off. Sometimes it's confusing as to what you're actually trying to do, but once your teammates will throw out hints there and here and there. It actually becomes, it becomes okay. But, one of the problems I had was that it kind of gets a little repetitive, to be quite honest. I mean, it's that once you get to a point, it's kind of the same robots, all right? You get, the green robots and the blue robots, and I mean, it's basically just the same robots. You shoot the robot, they die, and maybe half of their corpse is on the ground, and then it crawls forward and still tries to kill you, and then you have to finish it off. So that's basically the main enemy type. There are variations, guys that have riot shields, and there are snipers and stuff, but for the most part, that's basically the formula for the enemies for the game. And I'm sure there were variations. There was the monsters in the garbage. There were the little tiny robots that jump on you. There were variations, but for the most part, it was one enemy type coming at you constantly, and it did get kind of boring. That's why I was kind of losing steam during this playthrough, because it really didn't keep me through the entire playthrough. And also upgrading your weapons. I mean, you can upgrade different weapons, but the weapon I went with was the guy's main assault rifle. You can upgrade anything you want. Throughout the game, you can buy ammo from shops, and you can purchase grenades, health kits, and any ammo you would desire. But I mean, it's typical. I mean, we've seen this before. Video games have this kind of aspect. You're going through the game and you can buy ammo and stuff. It's a very similar formula. I don't think the game really offered anything new. I mean, yes, as I mentioned, it offered the freaking voice command stuff, controlling your squad in this kind of third-person way. But other than that, the shooting was kind of generic. To a point, it kind of was the same freaking shit. So, I don't know. I wasn't incredibly impressed with Binary Domain, but whatever. And here's a final cutscene. I'll stop talking for a minute so you guys can view this. It's probably going to be some sort of spoiler or some sort of hint for the next Binary Domain game. Oh yeah! Are you kidding? He went to save his girlfriend. Figures. Oh my god!
Beat it, fellas.
Huh. Alright, now, for watching the credits, you get to see a sex scene.
How did you find me?
Oh yeah.
You need to cover your tracks better, farm girl.
Maybe I wanted you to find me. Thank you.
Oh, now we're playing hard to get, I see. It can only end one way, haha. Wow. Okay, yes. Great ending. Of course. He's a sucker for his girlfriend. Alright, and I'm gonna bring up the dashboard so you don't have to see this freaking fuzzy-ass stupid screen, so... Alright, actually, you know what? Let's check out the multiplayer menu really quick. Alright, this is ridiculous. This camera can't handle this shit. I'm just gonna go back to the dashboard. This is ridiculous. This is honestly ridiculous. I do apologize. If you're wondering what that is, basically when my camera goes on white light, it has a very... Actually, I don't have a light on right now. I didn't have my light on because it's so bright outside. It gets... Because of daylight saving time, the sun has changed, so... So anyway, Binary Domain, an okay game. It was kind of generic in some parts. Especially the voice commands where if you kill enough enemies, your teammates will congratulate you. But to a point, the congratulation is the same thing. You saw in one of the parts of my playthrough, the Japanese cop kept saying the same thing over and over again because I kept murdering hundreds of robots. And he kept saying, oh, good job, good job, good job, good job. It's like, holy shit, dude. Stop saying the same thing. Like, it was obvious that was a programming error. So... the game was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular. Should you buy this game? I don't know. I mean, it was okay. It's actually a pretty long game. It's actually it'll last you a couple of hours. Obviously, if you want to go back and do it on a harder difficulty, you can always do that if you so desire. But I don't know. I mean, It is just a generic third-person shooter game, in my opinion. It was kind of cool. They did have a lot of plot twists, especially with the general betraying you. Originally, you thought, you know, the robots, the Hollow Children hybrids were bad, but then you got to protect them because they want to have a life too. So it's all that decision-making stuff that was kind of present in like a game like Human Revolution. So, all right, I'm in 20 minutes. I'll stop the camera. I think I'll give Binary Domain an 8 out of 10, a solid 8. Pretty much, you know, because of the reasons I said. It's kind of generic, kind of bland, bad programming in some parts. It's really nothing special. I mean, yeah, sure, it's cool to interact with your squad and tell them commands and stuff to do, collect weapons. It's a pretty interesting story, and it can be funny in some spots when you're talking to your squads, but for the most part, it's just another shooter that really doesn't offer much. It doesn't last you that long. It really doesn't offer much. So I think an 8 out of 10 is a generous score. And yeah, I don't think I'll be doing multiplayer. I before the camera went all fuzzy and shitty, I saw that there was a versus mode and there was an invasion mode, but I don't have time for it. I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for it. And I don't think anyone's asking for this. If anyone wants multiplayer footage from this game, you can always comment and say, I want multiplayer, but for now, I have to focus on recuperating, first of all, and also, second of all, purchasing Operation Raccoon City so I can play it with my friends, the Voodoo, Brandon, and that other guy, Travis. So three commentators I really haven't played with much. Usually I'm doing co-op with Phil and all that, but because he is occupied for this playthrough, I'm going to be doing it with my friends, as I mentioned. So stay tuned for that. Watch all the Binary Domain footage if you desire to, and I'll see you all later.